will be shortlisting top 2 teams from those who will be able to battle it out with each other one-on-one for a finals motion, which will be released to you towards the end. So mainly about the pre-finals motion, what's important is how we're going to go about is initially, as soon as this briefing is done, team 1 is going to get the motion. Their 10 minutes will begin. And as soon as their 10 minutes are done, they will have to join a breakout room and start speaking. And as soon as team 1 starts speaking, team 2 is going to get their motion, and then their 10 minutes begin for preparing. So we don't want to give unfair advantages to teams that are coming later on and have to speak later. So each of you will be given precisely 10 minutes. Sanket or Rubini will be sending the motions to you. So please ensure if you haven't received it on time, kindly contact them. They're on this call, or contact Sanket, like any of the co-hosts or hosts. Like, let us know immediately if you haven't gotten the motion, even though it's time for you to get the same. And all right, I think are there any doubts for the first round? If not, then we can explain the finals. Are there any questions, doubts? Okay, I assume there are no questions then.
I guess I have a doubt.
Yeah, go ahead.
So if the team 1 extends their presentation more than 10 minutes, that means the team 2 will get more time, right?
Oh, we will not, we will stop you beyond a certain point of time. If you're extending like by too long, for example, 6 minutes is the time that you're supposed to speak for. Then if you're taking 7 to 8 minutes, we will immediately stop you and say you can't like speak any further on that. So we will have to stop you immediately because time is an important constraint. We don't want to end up taking additional time for everybody. So we will tell you to stop if you're extending your time. We'd suggest keep a timer handy with you so that you know how long you're speaking for. So that would be helpful in sticking to the time limit. Does
Yeah,
that
sure.
answer your doubt, Ashish?
Yes, of course.
Okay, awesome. If there are any other doubts, just let us know. You can put it in the chat or just unmute and ask. It's absolutely fine. In the meantime, Kirtan, yeah, somebody had a doubt.
Should we unmute? Should we switch on our camera?
Preferable, yes. We'd prefer if you can, but if it's not possible due to bandwidth issues, we completely understand. It's all right. But it is preferable that you do keep your camera on. You can take notes and write it on a piece of paper. And if you want to keep notes handy during your speech to speak from, but not like just hold a paper and just read from it word by word. So just keep that in mind.
Okay.
Yeah. Any other questions, doubts? All right. I guess not yet. Kirtana, can you explain the finals, how they're going to look like?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Hi.
you're audible.
Yeah, so in the final, we select the top 2 teams from the pre-finals and we'll give them another motion and we'll give them 15 minutes prep time. So after that, you both have to debate against each other. Each team again gets around 9 to 10 minutes for speaking with respect to that topic. And then you're also allowed in this round to question your opponent. Like you get to ask questions to the other team. And this is called a POI, which is a point of information. So like you can ask them at any time like how many ever questions you want, but there should be like a 15-second gap at least between each question you ask, and it's solely up to the other team whether or not they want to answer that question. So if they say no, like you can't force them or like be very persistent about that. So I think finals is pretty straightforward. If you have any questions, you can ask me now. No questions. Cool. Arisha, I think we're good to go.
All right. In the meantime, also during the competition, if you have any queries, just put it in the chat so that the organizing team can see it and they can let us know about it if there are any questions with regards to format or timing. So please, first of all, very, very important, since it's all a debate, like we request you to be mindful about anybody that you're talking about. So, and be respectful, especially in the finals when you will be speaking against each other. So you don't have to like insult the opponent team personally. but rather make arguments and give examples for why your case is good. So that's the best way to debate. And all the best to all the teams. Okay, the team number, Sanket, have you merged the
Team
team number?
Rudra, yeah, Team Rudra is already in a breakout room.
Okay.
So I guess we can join them there.
All right. So I think whoever is the, can you just, I guess, tell them the order of the team so that they also have an idea accordingly? That would be helpful for them.
Oh, okay, fine. So Team Rudra goes first, Team Arjun is second, Team Chik is third, and Team Tejas is fifth. So I will
I
start
hope.
the breakout session now, and Team Rudra will get into that breakout session.
Okay. We'll give Team Rudra the motion in the breakout room itself. And for the others, I think you guys can send them via message or however, or in the other breakout room.
Sanket, what time did you give the motion? Risha, what time did you
I
give
don't
the
think
motion?
it's given yet. We'll join the breakout room and give them the motion. So I think we'll
We
give
have
them.
to join.
Yeah, we have to join. Just Rubini, can
Okay.
you increase the capacity of the breakout session?
It's open.
Okay, cool, cool. We'll join.
I guess Rudra is there on the.
Yeah. Thanks. Skanda, Rubin, you guys can look into like just confirming the order once with the teams while we give Team Rudra the motion.
Team Arjun. The Team Arjun can start joining breakout room 2. Team Arjun, are you there? The other teammates, Arjun. Team Chetak, get ready. Be ready.
Hi, Rubini. Uh, Rubini?
Hello. Anything? Any queries?
The second breakout had started. We played
Yeah,
with some.
it's like people are there. You can join if you start joining the second room.
I don't think I've been alerted there.
Sorry, what happened?
Uh, Team Arjun allotted to the particular session breakout.
Uh, you're not able to join the second room. You should.
No, I'm not.
Team Arjun is in breakout session 2.
Uh, I'm not able to join.
Oh, okay. Oh, 1 minute. Team Ruby, sorry, Team Tejas. I will just let you know when I will just allowed you when the time when your chance comes. You will get a pop-up saying that join this room. Uh, Team Chetan, you are given for the motion. Team Chetan, are you there?
Yes, ma'am, we are here, but
For
the
you,
topic
it's
isn't
for
decided.
the motion.
For the motion of which topic, ma'am? Ma'am?
Team Chetak, join breakout room 1. All the team members of Team Chetak, join the breakout room 1. Team Chetak?
Hi, Rubini, is that audible?
Yeah.
Yeah, like how to join breakout room number one? We haven't received any pop-up yet.
Okay, 1 minute, 1 minute.
Yeah.
Team Lakshya, get ready. I guess only one team member from Lakshya. Just make sure your other team member is also on board and get ready. Team Tejas, I have sent the topic for you guys to Ruby Vinod. Kindly start the discussion. The breakout, you both can discuss like via call. The breakout room, both the breakout room is filled, like it's going on. Are you on? Are you there? Team Tejas?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. The topic is given to you guys.
So, ma'am, as you mentioned that we will be having 10 minutes, so are we supposed to talk like on normal call and
Yeah, since
short
the
session?
now, yeah, since both the breakout room is occupied right now, just you both can like carry on with your call just for 10 minutes. Your, yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
I have messaged you what is for or against also. Uh, s- Sorry for the inconvenience. I guess just got a call that Team 4 is not yet over. As soon as Team 4 get over, I'll just send Team 5 to the breakout room.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Till then, just carry on with your discussion.
And ma'am, we'll be having the time, no? 10 minutes time to discuss.
Oh, your time is started. Like you can have on your call. The discussion of the time is started. You can continue with your discussion. Team Tejas, you can join the breakout room 1. I have assigned you to room 1.
Right. Hi, everyone. We're here with the results. Keetana, you're also here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah. Would you like me to announce the results?
Yeah, go ahead with the results.
Hi. So I first want to thank everyone for like taking our time and coming and talking and speaking about what you feel. So we've chosen two teams for the finals, and those two teams are Team Chetak and Team Arjun. Congratulations, guys. You'll be given the topic uh, now very shortly, and then you'll be given around 15 minutes of prep time, post which you have to speak for 10 minutes per team. The others can join and like watch the debate, or they can choose to leave, whichever suits them. Yeah. I think we can give them the motion now, Risha.
Yeah, we'll do that. Just we'll explain what POIs are. I think that would be
Yeah.
helpful. So during the 10 minutes that your team has to speak, so for the first initial 2 minutes of their speech, so first like 0th minute, like 2 minute mark until then, and from towards the ending, 8 minute, as soon as their 8th minute begins till the end of 10 minutes, that's called protected time, during which you can't ask the opponent team any questions. In between that time, you're allowed to ask the opponent team questions. So what you can do is put a message in the chat saying POI, so capital letter P, O, and I, or you can just say question, whichever works best. And then whoever is speaking can choose to take the question or not take the question. We'd highly suggest that you do take questions because that's helpful in seeing how you are engaging with whatever arguments or questions that the opponent team has with respect to whatever case you present. So please do keep that in mind. But you don't have to keep taking questions repeatedly because that may end up taking away time from what you have to present and what arguments you may have. So do that. And also, once we give the motion, again, like you have 15 minutes to prepare, same 10 minutes per team. So you can split the speaking time as per your comfort and as per you'd like to with your team. Kindly do not prepare here. Prepare on a call, whichever is convenient on any other platform, but not on this meet. Ensure to stay muted, like if you're not speaking. To the other people that are here, we highly encourage you to stay back and listen in. So enjoy it firsthand, the debate. And I think that's about it. Anything else that you have to cover, Keithra?
Hey, I have a question.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Can I know what is the time of we not asking questions for the other team?
So from when they start speaking, first 2 minutes and last 2 minutes. So between the second minute and the 8th minute, you can ask questions.
Fine.
That's a 6 minute duration.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. All right. So we'll just send the motion in. We can just actually read it out and also send it in the chat. So, just give me a second. All right, Keetana, I'll announce the motion. All right.
Yeah, you can read it.
So, uh, just give me a second.
Risha, did you give them the position?
No, I was about to give them now.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
So
fine.
team, what's the team? Team Chetak can go government. That is for the motion.
Team Chetak
And
was
team
speaking for the motion, right? I think for the
Yeah.
earlier round.
Okay. So
Okay.
I think team Arjun can go for.
Yeah, I think that would be better.
So team Arjun can go for the motion, and team Chetak can go against the motion. Are we clear?
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So the motion that's there for the finals is competitive exams do more harm than good. once again, to clarify, Team Arjun is going for this motion or topic, and Team Chetak is going against this. So your 15 minutes will start now. We will begin in exactly 15 minutes. All the best. Rubini, can we pause the recording for those 15 minutes? Sanket, I'm so sorry, the host access. My bad.
Yep.
All right, thanks. All right, so welcome to the ultimate finals of House of Cards. And the motion for the finals is competitive exams do more harm than good. So the team that has to speak for the motion, you guys can start off the debate.
Yeah,
Whenever
am I
you're
audible?
ready. Yes, you're audible.
Yeah, Arjun is there for right?
Yes.
Yeah, hi there, everyone. We are from Team Arjun. As the topic itself tells, is competitive examination doing more harm than good? The answer is a big yes. Yes, it is doing lots of harm. We have a very classical explanation telling it as education is a manifestation of the perfection already in the man. Education or any competitive examination is there to bring the priority or make everyone happy. But what exactly the competitive exams are doing? We know that today competitive exams are just there to bring the stress. Competitive exams are happening in such a fashion to explore the opportunities to exploit the people who are rich and who are poor. They are differentiating between the poor and rich. We're able to see that those people who have lots of money, those people who have lots of priorities, those people who are living in cities are able to crack the examination, wherein the people or the students who are studying in the villages, those who don't have any basic facilities, are lagging behind the competition. We are making the competition more worse than happier and healthier. And these competitive examinations are just the remarks of this whole Marxist things, what we are thinking of making the people or making the student not eco-friendly, but the devastation future for the nation. We are able to understand that today engineering institutions or any institutions are only taking through competition. And what about those students who don't have privileges to make the possibilities happen? Just think of a boy who's there in the village who don't have any basic knowledge, who want to learn engineering, who want to become an engineer. If I would definitely say that if Abdul Kalam did wrote JW or if Abdul Kalam was able to write CET, he would have never cracked those examinations because he was a person who don't have those basic privileges what the Delhi or Mumbai people who going to have it right now. This is what something making the harmness from the competitive examination. Competitive examinations today are just a harm booster or a stress booster and making the people devastated. You should keenly seen that many people who are writing the examination or who are preparing for the competitive examination are becoming mental patients or the patients who are there going for demands. And these are the students who are getting addicted to drugs. These are the students who want stress beliefs. And these are the students who are destroying the nation's reputation in different arenas. So these competitive examinations, what you call it as pseudocode or what you call it as the greatest achievement for the nation, is not making the people. Instead, it's devastating the student life. Think about those two golden ages, the 16, 17, and 18, and you are wasting only the time to keep rocking in the examination. Is it everything in your life? No, it's not. So just keeping in these things in the mind, we are able to understand that competitive examinations are a great opportunity to explore your job faculties or to make the future happen good. But it is not the only ultimate case you want to do. The competitive examinations right now are something drastically changing. The engineering colleges or anywhere, they are making marketing to make sure that those students who are getting better ranks should join here. Those students who are getting best opportunities should join here. Think of this, why we should differentiate people based on their marks. How can you judge a person or how can you judge a student right by just making a 3 hour examination and telling that you are a person who has this much of rank, you are the person who has this much of rank? Or why should we criticize the people for not scoring the good thing? And we should keep this, keep this devastating thing in mind that after every competitive examination result, more than 3,000 students are getting suicide. This is not something remarkable for the nation's future. So that's why we can frankly tell that these competitive examinations are doing more harm, not only harm, it's devastating the nation's ability to become the most powerful youth nation. I think Satvika will continue the motion.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible, Satvika. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Subramanya. And I would just like to add one thing. Literally every hour, one student dies because of a competitive exam or just because that person didn't score well in a competitive exam. This was literally put forth by the National Crime Records Bureau. For the past 2 decades, there have been 2 lakh deaths just because of the competitive exams. And it's just a point that we need not have to judge a person just because of some out of the box knowledge that is not even the point that we should be judging them on for the education that they will be receiving in the later stage. So if we are judging a person by the rank that they've been possessing just because of some 3-hour exam, I don't think that's right at all. Like there have been exams passed, like every engineering student, like every science student has only 2 exams to pass. One is JEE, one is NEET. Why aren't there other exams that they can possess? Why aren't there any other field that they can go for? It isn't just about the 2 exams that you have to crack.
Adding to Satvika, not only those
Just
points.
adding. Yeah, Vishwa, go ahead.
Yeah, adding to Satvika, there are not only these crises, there are many drug addicts coming out of these competitive exams, such as one of my friend who was in 11th and 12th, he just turned into a drug addict. Now he's in a rehab. So he lost his whole life. It's not the life for him. Like there's a lot to learn, lot to educate. And the way the pressurizing that person is really harmful.
Just because a person cannot go to an Akash Institute for a competitive education, or just because a person cannot afford Ellen, just because a person cannot afford Chaitanya or Narayana doesn't mean that that person cannot be worthy of going to a good college. It doesn't mean a person who is not passing their JE advanced doesn't mean that person cannot go to IIT. He might have a lot of thinking, he might have a lot of analytical skills, but that doesn't mean he might not have had that privilege at that time to pass an IIT advanced exam. So it's totally not fair.
Just adding to the thing that what exactly these competitive examinations are doing with the parents. Just think of this. Today, parents are discriminating their own children looking at the paper marks of the Hindu or any papers. Why should my parent think about or criticize myself for a person who has scored better than me? The thing is, today these competitive examinations have made our parents so foolish that they only think those who score well are the toppers, those who don't score well are not fit to live. Is this something what the nation like India want to have? India is a nation with a youth power. Failure doesn't mean you are not going to live in the world. Failure is a stepping stone of success. And the teachers or the parents are not ready to accept these things only due to competition. The competition is good only when it is healthier. Right now, we don't have any competition. Just see this whole competition. No one is asking question because every person who is sitting against us know that these competitive examinations are just a bad boon for the nation's growth and the education spirit. The spirit of education lies only when you have a greater opportunity to make the possibilities happen. It's all about making uh, the country great, the country powerful. Just have this one particular question, right? Could the team provide a solution other than competitive examination to provide a level playing field? The thing is that why it should have a competitive examination? We say that we need competitive examinations just to make or to separate the people for different institutions. The thing is why we should not develop a particular education system which is equal to everyone. With an India having lots of infrastructure ability, with an India who is developing in its own criticism, can build thousands of IASs with their own abilities and with the teaching faculties. But we are not ready to invest on them. Instead, we want to separate the people based on caste, creed, ability, ranks. And this is what something. The education policy, like you may ask that for a country with a large population, competitive examination is the only means. No, it's wrong. By competitive examination, you're carving out the possibilities of something which is not than engineering and medicine. You're only making people to and think that engineering is great or UPSC exam is great, or NEET is great, but it's not the way you have to go. The thing is that instead of competitive examination, we can have school level of examination. We can have an examination where 80% is normal examination and 20% is harder examination. Those who know the ability to answer those questions are going to answer, and based on those percentage, we can create distinct classes. The thing is, in a country like India, we can have a proper demonstrative education classes which can actually make sure each and every student is getting an equal amount of education ability. Like there's another question, how can we say someone is good or bad on particular thing? The only answer is it's you. We are the creator of our own destiny, and we have to decide whether we are able to do this or not. The thing is, these competitions are bad because of this reason. The parents are not letting the student or the children to get to know what exactly he's good at it. And that's what making the whole process a loop, or making the whole process a big loop in its whole construction. We can have that some may be good at skills, or some may be good in academics, and vice versa. How can we the quality education they are looking at? Why we should discriminate people only based on their scrutinized way? This competitive examinations is thinking only on academic basis. That's what the boon is. I
Just
think
on
Satika
academic
better
basis,
conclude on this.
it's just a point that you have categories. That's such a ill point. Like, you can't have categories, you can't have caste basis for a competitive exam. That's not at all fair. A person that was a Dalit back then, who was poor back then, isn't right now. The world has changed a lot. I guess the education system should change as well. Giving the ranks based on the creed, caste, it's very wrong.
Right, guys, your time's up. So we'll move on to the opposition team. So over to Team Chetak. Whenever you guys are ready, we'll begin your timer. Again, 10 minutes. First 2 minutes and last 2 minutes are protected. So no questions then. In between, you're allowed to ask questions. Team Chetak. You're not audible. I still can't hear you. I'm not sure if it's just me. Is there anybody else that can hear it?
No, we can't hear him.
Okay. Maybe you could try rejoining once, or maybe join through your phone. That could help. Yeah, no problem.
Am I audible right now?
Yes, you're audible right now.
And I do hope that my video is clear.
Yeah, the video's fine. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, we are ready right now. And so, first thing, before me even introducing our point, I just would like to, bring out this point. There's a conflict of perspectives in the other team. You just said that people shouldn't be discriminated based on caste, and you just took a whole lot a different approach, saying that people, it's a controversial topic. I would like to remain very neutral. You just the last speaker just said that Dalit people who were poor previously are not right now. That is such a wrong point to make. There are still many local communities. You don't have the awareness. That is what I'd like to say right now. I stand strongly by reservation. It is still needed. Still, a majority of the population of backward communities are still in the backward, and that is such a wrong thing to say. Sorry. Moving on to the topic, the notion that competition isn't good is baffling to me because it is the basis of natural selection. We all heard that survival of the fittest. We as a species are here at this point only because, at this point, with all the luxury um, that a planet could offer, because of competition, only because we outsmarted and outwitted other species. Let me just take an example, a real life example. When businesses compete, they become more innovative, they become more inquisitive, they focus more on research and development, and they strive to do more work than required. And this provides the consumers and the world at large with better products and better quality of life that comes with better technology. And when it comes to having competition between children, yes, these kind of competition prepares the children for the real life which they will face in a short time. Because yes, everywhere there's competition. Yes, a person from the previous team has asked that, has Abdul Kalam written any exams such as JEE or other things? He did compete with others in his interview for ISRO. That is a point that I would like to make. So yes, competition are key to providing equality to the local community. Even now, this is a competition which we are having right now. We are speaking right here. And let's not forget that competitive exams also decimate the possibility of pay for education. And that is such a issue which, decimates people of lower class, because the rich could afford pay for education. That's the thing I would like to say right now. And competitive exams are what makes, as a nation, provide quality doctors and quality engineers. It's all about resource allocation. Why can't we provide education for everyone? We don't have the resources. We don't have teachers. We need to find deserving people, people who can handle the amount of teaching that can happen during the course. And improper implementation or lack of competitive exams is why India is having a lot of not good quality engineers right now. That is such a major problem. And yes, due to having competitive exams, let me just bring out a real life case. We all heard about Gaokao examination, which is in China, where education engineering institutes are of lower number compared to India per capita. And to get into these educational institutions, Gaokao is a 3-day examination. What China does is that when you clear the examination, only then you will get into engineering. Getting into engineering is a major hurdle. But in India, we engineering is diluted in quality. We take in as much many people, and then after producing not good quality engineers, we blame them for not getting not good quality engineers blame India for unemployment reasons. China makes these competitive exams beforehand. To get into engineering, you have to know about it. And yes, uh, people who are good at a particular thing will be appreciated for it, and that is competition. We just had Olympics 2020. Yeah, what about it? Competition is good, and we highly as a team stand against the notion that competitive exams are not good. It provides a leveling playing field and equality. Over to Sri Rakshita.
Yeah. So I would like to keep my point on the effectiveness of the computer exam. Frankly speaking, we are in a fast-paced world. We need some knowledge, like an add-on skills, to show the world that we are capable to the place that we deserve. Initially, they were allocating the seats based on the previous academic marks, or let's say any other aspect. So now we give chance to all the capable candidates to deserve what they want and strive hard to get it via competitive exams. So let's say JE is for engineering. We have many able candidates get to a seat in an institution like IIT or NIT. But due to the academic pressure, they couldn't focus on their goals. I say that competitive exams treat every candidate as equal in person, like in an equal manner. Not competitive exams with like it is instead competing with ourselves. Like we are not competing with the world, we are competing with ourselves, with our skills. So that's where I believe competitive exams are great for any aspirants who work hard and dream for their destiny. And the ultimate goal of this kind of exam will help the growth of each sector. Like let's take an example. E was went viral sometimes. So NEET, this is for medicine, UPSC for administration purpose. And we have many such kinds. So this helps for a particular sector to grow its standard nationally. So I would like to stand and I would like to say that competitive exams does not harm anyone. So it's our point of view, our perspective to look it in a good manner or in a positive way. So competitive exams are good. Moving to Mithun.
Uh, yeah, like before I start talking, like I would like to appreciate my worthy opponents and my teammates, like to talk, like give a brief description on what they talk about. It was good, heavy shoes to fill into. Yeah, like to start, like these competitive exams initially help the students choose their career paths. It self-evaluates the students. Am I capable for it? Am I capable to compete with the students? Is this basic? Am I strong enough with the basics to study in the college with that? That self-evaluates the students. And next point is that like I heard one of my worthy opponents saying that APJ Abdul Kalam sir wouldn't have qualified for JE and all. Like JE started in 2002 in India. Like the president at that time was APJ Abdul Kalam sir. I have no problem saying that without a signature, JE wouldn't have been approved and be practiced in India. And like everyone has an wish to be get into a reputed situation, reputed institution, colleges, and to that, an institution, a college is not a club to have like-minded people, persons at one place. Only when who is more competitive, who deserves, who prepares for it, who is strong with the basics, get to into it and become a reputed engineer or doctor or so. Like this these competitive exams have the basics. The syllabus is just basics. When you're not clear with the basics, how can you go into the institution or the college, reputed college, and thrive yourself as an engineer? So when these competitive exams develop yourself in the basics area, and like all those like theories such as rich poor comparison, Dalit reservation comparison, all those are against the society that influences the competitive exam, not the concept of competitive exam. I repeat it again, not the concept of competitive exam. Competitive exams are the pathway that brings in people, that brings in students to where they deserve. And like it is everywhere that diversion, like rich kids into Akash Institute, Chaitanya Institute, and Gold. Everywhere it is there. Even a hospital, if you want to get a good health care, rich gets it, not the poor. It's everywhere. It's not just the concept of competitive exam that you have to blame. And like next comes to like if you get into the UPSC exams, like and all, what's the difference between a politician and a civil servant? If before getting to the field, if you ask ask the person like what you want to do, like they will say like I have to help the need, I have to help the people. That is what every civil servant and politician do. What that divides politician and civil servant, this UPSC exam, they go on to the authority and they help people. This division of examination that divides politician and a civil servant. And later to add like and I've heard my worthy opponent saying that like people get into students get into drugs, they spoil the future. The India as a country's reputation of students is getting downgraded. Again, you're not blaming the concept of competitive exam, you're blaming the student. So that is what I'm saying. Like competitive exams are a concept that brings in people who deserves. I'm not saying other don't deserve. They have to clear up the basics on what they thriving into. That's what I'm going to say. And I'm going to end my speech with that saying competitive exams are the needs that brings in people who are strong with basics, they who have clear-cut idea on what they're going to do in the college or institution. And that's it. Thank you.
I would like to add one more small point, if I could. Yes, I hope the time allows me. So yes, three POIs from the other team. You say survival of the fittest standing for reservation. If you consider caste as a filter, what's the need of competition? Competitive exams, levels the playing field. You don't have female and male at the same race at the Olympics. We are leveling the playing field by separating them due to biological advantages. And yes, your team said, how can an economically backward kid in a village able to join Akash and compete with a city kid? I'll repeat it once again. Your team raised this question that how can an
Shweta,
economically
sorry,
backward kid Yeah.
for interrupting, but the time is up for your case, so
Yeah,
you
I'll
can
conclude
answer
within 30
15 minutes.
seconds.
Okay, try to
Yeah.
wrap it up in 30 seconds.
Yeah, this is my final point. Your team said that how can a kid from an economically backward uh, in a village be able to compete with a city kid? How can the city kid joins Akash and everything? What's the solution for this? That's where reservation comes in, my boy. We are leveling the playing field. Thank you.
All right. Thanks everyone for the debate. Give us a few minutes. We will announce the results here itself, and we'll be asking for your details and specifics since there is prize money involved. So that will be sent out to you so that you can send your account details to us accordingly. Just give us a few minutes and we'll get right back to you.
Hi, can you all hear me?
Yeah, Keithana, you're audible.
Hi, so that was a wonderful debate. And on a consensus, me and Risha gave the first prize to Team Chetak, and the second then becomes Team Arjun. And the best speaker for the debate is Harinath. Congratulations, everyone.
Thank
Congratulations
you
to
so
all the
much.
team.
So
We
much,
thank
ma'am.
you for
And one,
participating. Thank you. We hope you had a great time as well. Just
Yes, of
to,
course, of course.
that's great. Just stay back for the winning teams. We will be sending your certificates to you in a while, but before that, for the prizes, we would like to get your account details. So if at least one person from the team can stay back, we can take your details. Sanket,
Yep,
you have
just
to
give me
form
a
this.
minute.
Yeah, no problem. So he'll just send the link to you either via here on WebEx or email, either way works, so that we can accordingly transfer the prize money to you in due time. Once again, thank you so much for taking part in the competition. We're really glad you showed up.
Yes, and before we conclude today's session, I would like to present a small token of appreciation towards our judges. I would like to thank Risha for spending our precious time with us here today and gracing this event with her judgment, judging criteria and her skills of debate for this event. Thank you so much, Risha.
Thanks a lot, Sanket.
And another token of appreciation for our next judge of the event, Sai Kirtana. Um, Thank you so much for bringing in your skills and your ability of debate to this event and helping us judge the event. I'm sure the participants are deeply inspired by what you had to bring to this event.
Thanks for having me.
Risha, so 1 minute, I had to tell you something, so I'll just text you on WhatsApp for a minute.
Yeah, no worries. All right, guys, we will send out the forms to you by email. Does that work? You guys have filled out your emails during registration, so we will just send it to you. So please do make sure to fill out that form at the earliest. We'll try to send it by tonight or tomorrow morning max, so that you guys can fill up with your account details and we can transfer the money. So anyone will do, like any one of the accounts. And yeah, I think that should work out. Is that all right with all the teams?
Yes,
If
that will do, Risha.
Okay, awesome. Thanks, guys. Sanket, you can just send the form to them and then they can respond to
Yes,
it. Once again, thank you so much for taking part. You guys can feel free to leave the call. Thank you.
thank you.
Sanket, we can stop recording the call.